Hey everybody, I'm Philip Kennedy Johnson, writer of Batman, Superman, and the Incredible Hulk. You're watching Splash Pages.
So we got a lot to, again, we're all reading your stuff, Philip. So, a lot to touch on. The first thing, just briefly, I wanted to bring up is, again, you are just killing it with Batman and Robin. I mean, the stories have just been fantastic. And I was saying this to Carrie earlier, every time I don't think that there can be any new Batman villains because I'm like, Gotham is big enough. Like, can we just, but Memento Mori was such a great villain, and how you weave the history of the villain with Batman's history, the history of Gotham, was just fantastic. But the one thing I especially loved was your reference to No Man's Land with the old Gotham that's underground as a result of that. And I love when that happens, because I feel like sometimes with comics the reboots just kind of ignore these stories, and No Man's Land's a fantastic, amazing Batman story.
Yeah, it was a fun opportunity to use it. I wanted to use elements of No Man's Land, but also from the games. Have you guys played the Arkham games?
Yes.
Yeah, there was.
Oh,
if you remember, there was the what do they call it? What do they call that old neighborhood in Arkham City? Is it the Wonder City, right?
Yeah.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, I really wanted to use that. Yeah, sort of. It was like a. It seemed like a nod to the World's Fair that was in the Phantasm film. And I wanted something like that in this book as well, like a really old neighborhood that had kind of been paved over.
It was such a wonderful place to kind of serve as his nefarious hideout. And then, of course, to bring up that something that Carrie, our co-host Mahana, who couldn't be here, you included Etrigan, which again, you don't think, why would Batman, who's a man of science and whatnot, team up with a demon? But he just made it work. I mean, it was fantastic. And
thank you. Yeah, that was part of the reason that I wanted Memento to rhyme the whole time. Like the fact that Memento speaks in verse. That Etrigan speaks in verse, rather. I wanted Memento to do that as well, to kind of keep the open question of whether he could be a demon as well. And it set up this really fun interrogation of Etrigan and Jason Blood that I wanted to see. The fact that Jason Blood is a Gotham-based character, you don't see him that much. I thought it'd be a fun opportunity to kind of show an interrogation in the city.
How difficult is it to write in that kind of dialogue where you're just rhyming the whole time? Like, are you sitting there with the thesaurus the whole time going, okay, I got this?
Not so much. There is occasionally I'll turn to something like that, but it's I don't know, man. I just love it. Like it is time consuming, kind of. It takes a little bit more time than it would to do regular dialogue. But that kind of thing was always something that kind of drew me into Tolkien's work. Like when Tolkien would include original songs and stories and things in his own, like within the body of the work that he was doing. It made the whole story feel so much more lived in, and I don't know, it just had a cool little bit of texture that I just loved.
Yeah, and that kind of reminds me of something that I remember reading about why writers from the Batman animated series really stopped using the Riddler so much. It wasn't just because the character was so great. They're like, we're getting stumped trying to come up with really good riddles. Come on, we need a break. Our brains are hurting. So
when there's some kind of a cool framing device like that, like after a while, it can be tricky to keep it feeling good. That wasn't an element of it. Like when I first started this out with Memento from the jump, I wanted all the different rhymes to feel like they're all coming from the same person. But after a while, there were so many. I was like, "Fuck, man! Like maybe I should have changed the meter a little bit." Like after a lot of them, it was. The rhymes were all like A B B A,
right?
So, like eight syllables of one rhyme, 8 of the same rhyme,
right?
4 of a different one, 4 of that second one, and then 8 again.
Mm-hmm.
And after a while, I was like, damn, is this getting repetitive? Like at this point, there were so many. I was like, damn, I wish I had switched it up more throughout the whole story so that it was. There were other things I would have liked to have done. I really like the rhymes in Jabberwocky by Lewis Carroll,
really? Yeah.
and I would have worked some of those in there if I had to over again. But after a while, it would have felt like, well, why is he changing it now? It's already been the same the whole way through. So it felt best to kind of just stick with it.
I think it flowed well, though. It didn't. You were worried about repetitive, but it didn't. It made us feel like it was the same person, but it didn't feel like, oh my God, this is taking forever. This is redundant. It felt really good. I looked forward to seeing those. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so important that those feel good, that they don't feel like eye rolly, you know, because I've read stories in the past where there's some kind of a thing like that, and if they're not good, man, it's distracting. So there was a lot of pressure to get those, to make those feel solid.
And even with the new arc you're doing, which I believe is called the Quiet Man.
Yeah.
One of the, like, again, what I love about your arc is that you take the time for these little moments that are so, like, they always strike me as just so unintentionally funny, but yet they're still very in character. I think it was like one of them, Bruce and Damien were done patrolling. I was like, yes, another good, nice. And Damien just wham on the bed. And Bruce was like, hey, do you want to go see a movie? And he's like a movie with like people and things? And these are like, at the Monarch? And he was like, we'll look around. Like it was the same way I felt when it was them talking about having like a cheat day and getting like junk food.
Right.
Like that still get, and I'm like, why is this so funny? And I'm like, but it's so in character, so it doesn't strike me as odd. Like, well, that's really out of character. Like, I'm going to complain about this. I was like, that's funny. Like, Kevin and Robin seeing a movie.
And the cheat day thing modernizes it a little bit too, because that's more of a kind of I don't know. I don't diet often, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Cheat day is kind of a more recent thing, I think.
Yeah.
That people talk about it a lot anyway. So it's like, yeah, this Batman's now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, it's just, these are little examples of like what a character like Batman would have to do to be who he is, you know, like what would it take to live the kind of lifestyle that lets you be on this crazy elite level.
Mm-hmm.
And, to be the little kid of a guy like that and grow up with him, especially with no Alfred to kind of soften the hard edges.
Right.
So, yeah.